Local boy.
Local guy.
It's whatever.
He's a big guy.
He is a big guy. I gotta say, I'm going with the U here. Virginia is a cupcake of the ACC. They're like a Vanderbilt, but kind of worse. So I'm going Miami here. Utah State at number 24 Nevada, who is ranked again.
What am I thinking about this for?
I'm going number 24. It's not going to be an upset. Utah State's 2-5. Nevada is 6-1 overall. So I'm going with the 6-1, which will, as of tomorrow, be 7-1.
I'm going with Nevada, which will be, like he said, 7-1.
Yeah, Nevada wins this probably big. Utah State 2-5.
Am I not mistaken? Nevada got knocked out, but they're back in.
Yeah, they did. They got that one loss and fell all the way out, and then now they're back in. Next, our last ranked game, number 25, Baylor at Texas.
I'm going to take Baylor. Baylor's on a streak. I'm not going to give up on them right now. I think they can do it.
Reed, what do you say?
I'm going to go Baylor here. I picked them to upset Kansas State last week. They did it for me. So, and I don't think Texas is as good as they have been in the past couple of years. So Baylor wins this.
I picked Baylor to upset Kansas State last week, too. Noel did not.
No, didn't.
So I'm going to say, I'm going to go with Baylor on this. My gut says Texas might upset them. But I'm still going to say Baylor. It's going to be a close game.
All right, now we got to the part of the show we like to call Quick Fix.
Quick picks.
Well, we just kind of randomly pick a team.
We do a quickie.
That did not sound right.
That didn't sound right, but okay.
Well, get y'all's minds out of the gutter and get it in a positive manner.
Yeah.
Now we're going with the ACC, Clemson at Boston
He
College.
took his job.
You took my job again.
And I'm not even there.
You're not even there. Well, you know who I'm picking. I'm picking Clemson.
I'm going to agree with Reed here. I think Clemson can bring it out.
I'm going with the Cats on that one.
Last week's game, when they beat Georgia Tech, showed me that they've kept heart in their whole ball club right there, their football team. And it's going to be able to run the season out and be able to, I believe, even though I'm looking at them 4-3, 2-2, they're going to make something of themselves. And they're gonna look good for the rest of the season.
Well, you got to remember, third week of the season, we lost to Auburn by 3.
Ooh, look who's number 1 now.
I was like, no, I picked against Clemson last week. I figured Georgia Tech would take the win, but Reed pulled it out.
I don't think...
Called the shot, called the game. So I'm going Clemson this week.
Yeah, it was a blowout too.
All right, next up we got Wake Forest at Maryland.
I'm going to go with them turtles over there at Maryland, them Terrapins.
I got to go Maryland here.
Maryland's 5-2 to Wake Forest is 2-5. I'm going Maryland.
Next up we have William and Mary at North Carolina.
I really want to know what you two pick on this game.
I want William and Mary.
That's who you're picking.
That's who I am picking.
I'm going North Carolina.
Why?
You tell me who William and Mary is and who have they played?
They're 6-1.
Who have they played?
Hold up. Where are they at? If they're 6-1, they're on here. They must be an independent school.
This goes back to last week's game of Miami versus North Carolina. Y'all looked at me and called me stupid for picking North Carolina last week.
Because you were.
Well, Reed, guess what?
What?
I'm with Noel. You're stupid for picking North Carolina this week.
Thank you.
I like their
William
chances.
and Mary are going to put themselves on the map. They're going 7-1 overall, and they're going to beat an ACC team tomorrow.
Believe it or not, if they win this week, I think they'll crack the top 25 with no problem.
I don't think so because other than
I
this,
disagree.
when have you heard of them?
Never, and that's why they ought to be on there.
I disagree with that part. I say if William and Mary goes 8-1, then they'll crack the top 25. But 7-1, I highly doubt it when you got other teams that are such as Mississippi State, the 6-2, carrying 2 losses.
Okay. All right, let's just continue. Duke at Navy. Should
I
be
pick
easy.
Navy.
Be a very easy pick with Navy here.
Like I said, it's not basketball. Duke's not going to win this. It goes
Off
to Navy.
Off that one. Let's just go.
Though I can say Navy did play Georgia Southern at the beginning of the season. I want to say it was week 2, and that Georgia Southern lost to them 13-6.
All right.
But I'm still going with Navy.
That was an easy pick. We're going to the next game, West Virginia, Connecticut.
Yeah. I think our camera's blaring right there.
It's fine. It's just the computer screen.
Okay.
So West Virginia, Connecticut.
West Virginia.
I'm going with the Mountaineers, West Virginia.
I'm going here with West Virginia, even though I did pick the upset against them last week. The only one who did pick the upset, might add.
Okay.
But I like West Virginia in this one. Syracuse at Cincinnati.
Reed, I'm going to pick your Syracuse. I'm picking your Syracuse. What do you pick?
I like Syracuse in this one too. Cincinnati, they didn't look good against South.
You know what? Let's make it 3-way. Well, I'll say Syracuse with you.
All right. Michigan at Penn State.
Oh, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to take the other road. I'm gonna say it's gonna be they're gonna go in there and basically beat Michigan with no trouble at all. It's gonna be a close game, but I think Penn State can beat Michigan.
What you got, Robert?
I'm going to say the opposite. But I will say it's going to be a close game, but Michigan takes this. They're 5-2. Penn State's 4-3. Not even looking at the record. I'm just saying that Michigan's always been a hair better in the past decade than Penn State has been. And that's what I'm basing it off of.
I like Michigan in this one. Penn State, since last year, hasn't done anything. I think it's time for Joe Pa to retire. That's just my opinion, but I think Michigan wins here.
Don't diss him. He's a great coach.
He's a good coach, yes, but I think it's time for him to retire.
All right.
And now we get to the
You got to
final.
get to the good game.
We got to get to the good game here.
We're in Georgia, so let's sing the Georgia fight song.
I don't know the Georgia fight song.
Let's just say we did and we didn't then.
Okay.
How about y'all do the Gator Chomp?
Okay.
No, you do it. Get.
I'm going to do it, but I'm picking Georgia here.
I'm picking Georgia here. Florida, you're a freshman team. You can't get a snap off for crap. Along with the freshman team, that's 2 things right there off the board. And then, well, Florida, I ain't ever liked you. You're too snobby. Yeah. What do you say, Reed?
I already picked Georgia here. It's time for Robert to pick.
Yeah.
It's going to be a close game. They're going to carry it down to the wire. I don't suspect a blowout of any kind. My heart wants to say Georgia. My gut wants to say Florida. I'm torn between both right now on who I'm going to pick. But I'm going to go with the Bulldogs because they're going to bite.
When the Bulldogs come to fight.
Oh, well, that one stays.
There you go.
So, you see this? It's gone.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
song.
gone. Okay, so that's it. Be sure to stay tuned for NFL
What are you
Pick Em.
talking about? It's not over yet.
What are we doing?
I want to talk about some. Well, you know what?
We don't have time.
We ain't got time.
It's not over yet.
Why?
Reed, true, you may lead John by 2 games and lead me by 3 games and Noel by 5 games. But how many weeks are left?
By my calculations, last week we have, I think it was 7. Not when we will pick the bowl games too, so we got to include them.
Oh well. Got Georgia Florida weekend. It's not really a big deal this year.
The biggest cocktail party in the South.
It ain't that big of a deal this year, but we all picked Georgia. So this is Reed.
And this is Noel.
And this is Robert. And this is
Yeah.
NCAA Pick 'em Week 8.
Go Georgia!